Chairman Miller, Ranking Member, members of the committee, I appreciate the opportunity to appear on behalf of the U.S. Department of Labor, Mine Safety and Health Administration to discuss the backlog of contested cases pending before the Federal Mine Safety and Health Review Commission. I share your concern and have made this a top priority since my confirmation as the Assistant Secretary. To successfully tackle the backlog, it's important to understand why it has developed. As you know well, tragedy struck in 2006 at the Sago Mine and Elma No. 1 Mine in West Virginia and Darby Mine in Kentucky, claiming the lives of 19 miners. In response, Congress enacted the Miner Act and increased funding of MSHA to ensure required mine inspections at all mines. MSHA also revised its penalty regulations in an effort to strengthen enforcement. As a result of these reforms, penalties increased, especially for serious and repeat violations, as did the number of violations that MSHA cited. Since those changes, the percentage of violations that operators contest before the Commission has grown dramatically from 7.4% in 2006 to more than 25% today, causing a backlog of about 82,000 pending violations and $210 million in contested penalties. MSHA does not believe that litigating our way out of this backlog is the only long-term solution. And we are pursuing some changes within MSHA guided by several principles. Reform should, one, improve the implementation of the Mine Act and mine safety and health, simplify the system, improve consistency in enforcement, and reduce the contest rate. And those are the four principal issues that we look at. As we consider the backlog, we must note the tremendous improvement in mine safety since MSHA began stepped up inspections and increased penalties. Mining deaths dropped to a record low in 2008 and again to an all-time low of 35 in 2009. The number of deaths in underground coal mines last year fell to a record low of 7. And for an 8-month period in this country, we had not one single coal miner die on the job in underground coal mines. And I think that's historic. No doubt we must find solutions to the backlog, but we must never sacrifice our serious commitment to enforcement in mine safety and health. In terms of solutions, the industry's responsibility for mine safety is essential. In most contested cases, there is no dispute a violation occurred. At issue is the severity of the violation. The best way to resolve the backlog is improved industry health and safety management programs. Mines with an effective compliance plan under rigorous inspections will receive fewer violations. Next, I'm looking at the role of conferences for MSHA and mine operators to review citations. The option to hold conferences prior to the operators contesting the penalty seems to be the best approach to resolve disputes over violations early in the process and keep those citations out of the backlog. Opportunities also exist to resolve disputes over citations and orders at the time of the mine inspection, and we will encourage that. We must diminish the incentives for operators who appear to be developing a pattern of significant substantial safety violations to contest simply to delay enforcement. MSHA is announcing today its intention to review pending cases of operators with significant S&S citations and, where warranted, seek to expedite those cases so that the pattern of violations enforcements of the Mine Act is given the intended effect. Consistency of enforcement is another critical factor reducing contest rates. Consistency requires concentrating review and evaluation, which we are undertaking in several areas. MSHA is also considering how to implement operator or corporate-wide holistic settlements to reduce the backlog. A program of corporate-wide engagement would change the landscape of contested case backlog. Another possible reform would incentivize operators not to contest. Operators currently receive a 10% reduction in proposed penalties for prompt good faith abatement of citations. We're reviewing whether or not additional financial incentives would be of value or not. The Commission is obviously an important partner in tackling the backlog. We endorse reforms under consideration to simplify the settlement process, expand formal settlement conferences by judges, and simplify Commission proceedings. We believe the ideas presented here can reduce the current backlog issues and assist in preventing further backlog cases of backlog. I look forward to working with the committee on this, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.